Phases of logistics, understanding how to play the game. For this, we're gonna be breaking down how to play this game. Now, similar to phase 10, this is phase of logistics, which only includes 5 phases. And so pretty much the objective of the game is to try to complete all 5 phases and before all your other opponents. If all opponents fail to complete all 5 phases in the time requirement, then the person with the lowest score wins. And so pretty much what you want to start with is passing out 10 cards to each player. Shuffle first and make sure you pass out 10 cards to each player. After that, you will flip over the top card and then you'll begin. The person to the left of the dealer will start the game, and the game will go clockwise. And so now, pretty much you're on the first phase, which is 2 sets of 3. So you want to first make sure that at the beginning of your turn, you pick up a card. So the first step is to pick up a card. Then organize your cards to meet the phase requirement. So if I'm on phase 1, I have 2 sets of 3. I'm trying to get 2 piles of 3 cards of the exact same number. So I'm organizing my cards. I'm trying to, get the requirement. Now let's say that let's say that after you get done, getting organized. Let's say you don't have that phase yet, but you're working on it. So after you get done, organize your cards. You have to throw out a card. So remember, at the beginning of your turn, pick up a card, organize your cards, and throw down the card. Let's say that you complete your phase. Yeah, you completed your phase. Now you're trying to get rid of your cards. Remember, that the whole objective is to try to complete the phase and then get rid of your cards to end the round for everybody. And so what you can do is you can do a couple options. You can just wait until your turn rolls around because you already completed your phase. So now you're just trying to get rid of your cards. So the next time your turn rolls around, you can just throw down a card and then just wait again. B, let's say somebody to your left or your right or across from you has completed their phase. You can hit them as long as it meets the phase requirement. And what that means is, let's say that they're on phase 3 and they have 7 cards of the same color. You can't hit them. You can't put a card in their pile unless you have another card that has their color. So for example, let's say that they have 7 cards of yellow. 7 cards of yellow and they complete their phase. If you have a yellow card, you can hit them. If they're on phase 2 and they complete their phase and they have a run of 4, and so their order goes from like 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a 5, you can hit them with a 5. So it can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty much what that is saying is that you can hit another person. You can put your cards in another person's phase as long as it meets their phase requirement. So you cannot hit them with a 6 if they have a run of 4. If it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, you cannot hit them with a 6. If they have a run of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have a 5, you can throw down the 5. You can hit each player as long as it meets their phase requirement. It has to be, remember, a run has to be in order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if they have 9, 10, 11, 12, you can hit them with the 8. So it can go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If they have 2 sets of 3 and you have a 3, you can hit them with a 3. So that's how you also get rid of your cards. Another way is to hit yourself. And so let's say you have 2 sets of 3. You have 2 piles. One pile says 3, 3, 3. So you have 3 cards that have the number 3. Another pile is you have 3 cards. You have the number 5. If you have a 5 in your hand, you can hit yourself with a 5. If you have a 3 and your pile has a 3, you can hit yourself with a 3. So it's okay to go above the 3 card limit. So if you're on phase 1 and you need 2 sets of 3 and now you complete that phase, you can now hit yourself. So do not hit yourself if you have not completed your phase. You must complete your phase first and then hit yourself. And so, like I said, the first step to get rid of your cards is you can either lay down, wait for your turn to keep rolling around. You can B, if the other opponents have completed their phases, you can hit them. You can you can lay down the cards. So like I said, 1 set of 3. They have 3 cards of the number 5 and you have a 5 in your hand, you can put a 5 on their card. Or if they have like a run, if they have like 1, 2, 3, 4, if you have a 5, you can lay down a 5. As long as it meets their phase requirement, as long as the run means if it goes in order. A set means it's like 1 set or 2 sets of the exact same number. If you have that number, you can put that down, or you can hit yourself. If you have a pile of 3s and you have 3 in your hand, you can hit yourself with a 3. If you have a run of 4 and you have, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have a 5 and a 6 and a 7 in your hand, you can lay those down. So, you know, pretty much you can hit yourself, you can hit other opponents, or you can lay down the card. And now, when the phase is over, when you have completed your phase and have got rid of all your cards, that ends the whole round for everybody. No matter if somebody was just about to complete their phase, no matter if they already had completed their phase and was trying to get rid of the rest of their cards. If you have completed your phase and have gotten rid of all your cards, the round is over and you tally up the score. So the score is on the paper that is left at the game. So if someone has, you have to pay attention to the rules. Like, for example, if someone has, you know, 3 cards of the number, if someone has 3 cards of the number 3, you have to pay attention to how many points you have to rack up. You tally up your points. Remember, the person, you want the lowest score possible. That's why you don't want to pick up too many cards. Now, let me explain the wild and the skip. A wild can be used as any card you want. So similar to Uno, when you have that blank card, you make it any card you want. A wild can be used for any card. So let's say you have a run of 4, and so you have 1, 2, 3. You have 3. You have 1, 2, 3, and you need a 4. And if you have a wild in your hand, you can use that wild as that 4. If you have if you're trying to find 2 sets of 3, and so you have one pile and it has you have 2 3s, and all you need is one more 3. If you have a wild in your hand, you can use that 3. So pretty much a wild can be used for any number, any card, any color. If you're trying to get 7 cards of the exact same color and you have 6 cards of a red and all you need is one more card, if you have a wild, you can use that and it can play as, it can finish your phase. A wild can be used at any number, any color. Now, a skip can be used to skip an opponent. And when it's similar to Uno, similar to other games, a skip means you skip them. They can't pick up a card. They can't throw a card out. They can't complete their phase. So a skip, if you can skip any player you want, typically the person that's next to you. So if we're going clockwise, and so I'm going this way, the person to my left, if I throw down a skip, they cannot play. They have to skip their turn, wait till their turn comes around. So pretty much, phase 5 is very easy. You want to try to complete the phases as much as possible. To the previous video is explain how each phase works. Pretty much the whole objective of the game is to complete the phase and get out as possible. Now, let me explain another rule. Now, let's say that you have, in the center you have your pile of the part that you draw from, and you have the pile that you have your discard where you put your cards down. Now, you may draw from your discard. You first off will pick up a card. Now, if you see a card in the discard pile that you like, that you need, you can also pick up that card. So, like I said, you can draw twice, but you can't draw from the draw card pile. You can draw from the draw card pile. But if you see a card in the discard pile, the pile that everybody puts their cards down, if you see a card that you need, whether it's the same color, whether it's a run, whatever you need, you can pick up that card. So that makes 2 cards. You can pick up 2 cards, but it has to be from 2 separate piles. It can't be both from the discard. It can be from this card, but it can be from that. But if you see a card in the discard pile, you can't pick it up. Now remember, the objective of the game is to try to get rid of your cards as much as possible, because if somebody ends the phase and you're caught with a lot of cards, you can rack up a lot of points. So this method, although may be helpful, may not be wise to use all the time, given the fact that if you don't complete your phase and you're caught with a whole bunch of cards, you can tally up a lot of points, and then that may not come to favor you when it's time to pick a winner, just in case everybody fails to complete their phase in the time requirement. Now, let's say that you get through all 5 phases, but you have a lot of points. That does not matter. As long as you complete all 5 phases, then that's all that matters. Now, if 2 people have completed all 5 phases, then you will decide by points who wins. So remember that points means everything. You do not want you want to have as few points as possible. That means you don't want to use that method of picking up from the pile that you put your cards down from. You don't want to use that method too often. You only want to use it when you feel like it's absolutely necessary. Like if you need one more card to complete your phase, then I suggest using that method. But if you're just using that method just to use that method, then that's not really favoring you. So remember, the whole objective of the game is to try to complete all the phases with as little amount of points as possible. You want to try to get rid of your cards as quickly as possible when your phase is completed. If your phase is not completed, you cannot hit other players. You cannot get rid of cards. You can only get rid of cards by placing down a card. Remember, at the beginning of the game, pick up a card, order it. If you see a card in the discard pile you want, you may pick it up. But if not, leave it. So pretty much, that's pretty simple. The game's pretty simple. If you have any further questions, please come to me directly, and I may clarify things for you. Thanks for watching my video.